our TED Talk presentations finally. And so I'm sure that everyone, or most of us, have a specific object of what you're really, really passionate on. Those things, if you're obsessed with those things, then like time flies when you just look at it or you're doing it. And some people will be very open with their passions, while some people will be very secret about them. And some passions will seem very productive, while some other passions seem like only doing good to their own mental health. And today I'm going to talk about why the latter part of the sentence I just said, that some passions may not be so productive, is not true. I'm going to talk about how every obsession, every passion can be productive in some ways if you just use the energy in the right way. And to elaborate on this, I'm going to have to go back about 15 years and talk about what I was obsessed when I was a child. As a child, I loved imaginative play. I loved dolls. I loved giving individual characters to the dolls. I loved making them narratives. I loved them giving them life. And the stories I made up with the dolls wasn't just simple fairy tales or romances, but there were some kind of chronicles of fantasy adventures, which means that once I start making up a story, I can't stop, because I would just forget about the rest of my stories. So I hated getting distracted by my everyday tasks like eating supper or doing my homework for my kindergarten. And of course, my mother wasn't really happy about that because she was concerned about my educational issues. So her first solution was to take away all the dolls and hide it in the closet. However, that did not stop me from making up stories, because I just made up other characters from everything I could lay hands on, like my mom's hairpins and the ballpoint pens my mom gave me to study. So my mom came up with a second solution to make me to do imaginative play in English. Well, to cut to the point, that policy was the greatest educational policy ever adopted in my house, because I already knew English a bit at that time, but I wasn't really interested in using it. But after I started doing imaginative play in English, I started to speak in English. I started to watch more television programs and read books in English. And that really helped me to speak English almost fluently, even though I never went to any other foreign countries. And from this experience, I learned that passion can be something of an energy source that we can all use. So what I'm telling you today is that maybe we can build a power plant to converse these energies. Passion drives you to do everything you can. You can stay up late, and you can maybe go to your classes even with no sleep at all even when you were staying up at night doing what you like. Those passions will be your energy source. And I'm telling you that you need to build a power plant that can make your passion energy into other more productive energies. So it's just like the real power plants we have. The wind energy and the wave energies, we never thought we could use that. It's just right there. But after the conversion of energies, we can use that in electricity, which is the most productive things in our lives. So that is the idea I want to share with you. But there's one problem, and the problem is that it's not it's really hard sometimes to mix your passion with something productive. So I would like to give you some tips, 2 tips, for building a power plant. Firstly, you have to choose your goal really wisely. It doesn't have, mine was English, but it doesn't really have to be related to your passion. Well, for example, one of my friends had really liked doodling, and she also wants to get good grades. But you don't really think that doodling and good grades go side by side. But she managed to draw things and draw her own unique PPT designs and UCC demonstrations. And she got great grades for her creative presentation skills. Secondly, you have to find the golden ratio. The thing is that sometimes your passion and what you like and the work you have to do is not really balanced. For example, if I wanted to memorize some really difficult words, well, by making up getting it into my stories, that won't do, because work in that situation, work is much more than the passion I have for making up stories. It's really hard. So you have to get the right ratio, the right proportion, and it would be really great if you had the word thing at a minimum, so that you can enjoy much over your work. So today, I wanted to help out how you can manage your passion into what you have other productive things. And I hope that maybe my building the power plant strategy will be a nice way to import it into your own lives. Thank you. And now I would like to go on to the discussions. And we have about 7 minutes. And so let's go on to the first question. What is your energy?